Okay, so welcome along everyone, and thank you so much for taking time out of your evening to join us for this LifeVantage overview, where this evening we'll be bringing to you some information on some incredible products, products which we are very passionate about. This evening I will be co-presenting with Steve Johnston. He'll be jumping on with us in the second part of the presentation. But to begin with, I'll share my screen with you and just fill you in on a little bit of my story, how I became involved with LifeVantage. So my background is actually in education. I taught for many years and then went into the role of school principal, which I did for quite a few years before I took maternity leave to have my first son, Jordan. I really loved the idea of being home with my kids, spending those first few precious years with them. So my husband and I, we made that decision that that would be what I would do, just be home with the kids. And I love that. He worked away in the mines and still does. He does a 7 on and 7 off roster. So he's essentially away for half of the year. And that again is why I wanted to be that stay-at-home mum, because for me, going back to work in a job that was so demanding, it was very, very long hours. We really wouldn't see much of our children at all, and I didn't want for that to happen. So I stayed home with the children, was not looking for anything else to do at all. But while I was pregnant with my second child, Corey, a girlfriend of mine reached out to me to share a little bit of information on our products, and in particular Pro Tandem NRF2, which I'll share with you shortly. And she shared that with me because she knew our family history. And in brief, we've had a number of things that have happened in our life. We've had family illnesses that have touched us. I've lost a sister after open heart surgery. I've lost my dad to cancer. Oops, I just mute everyone. Apologies for that. If you're just jumping on and can mute yourself as you go, but I've just muted everyone, so hopefully that noise isn't coming through. So for us, you know, despite the fact that as a family we've always been very proactive with our health, we were touched with these things and things kept happening. And so for me, when I learned about Pro Tandem, the fact that it reduced something in the body called oxidative stress, which I will explain as we go along, I knew that it was something not only for me, but it was something that I wanted my whole family to know about. So I quickly got on top of the products, started using them, sharing them with my family. And it was those few people that I did share with that also had some incredible results, and they wanted to share with their friends and family as well. And so the business started to grow naturally. And as I said, I wasn't looking for anything else to do, but now I'm so grateful I went with that option when I did, because I have been able to share this with so many people. I've seen so many lives touched, so many lives blessed. And it has also meant for me now that this has built a business where I am now able to stay home with my children full time. And I absolutely love that. I'm where I want to be, and I'm sharing something I'm extremely passionate about. So to go on, our first product, as I mentioned, Pro Tandem, reduces something called oxidative stress. Now, it's okay if you haven't heard of it before, because I certainly hadn't. I'd heard the term oxidation, rusting, and that's pretty much exactly what happens in our body. Every single day we are bombarded by something called free radicals. They roam around in our bodies, in our cells. They come from everything from Wi-Fi, pollution, work, stress life, the things we eat, what we drink, what we put on our skin, the air that we breathe, you know, high intensity exercises or no exercise at all. All of that is a free radical load on our body, and we're bombarded with trillions every single day. The way in which we neutralize those free radicals is through something called antioxidants, which you probably have heard of. They're the good guys. But if we don't have enough antioxidants to neutralize those free radicals, then those free radicals attach to our cells, cause them to break down, and that's where oxidative stress comes from. It's the damage to our cells. It's like the rusting of our cells. And, you know, like the rusting of a vehicle, sometimes it's very obvious. Other times it's laying under the surface of the paint, and you don't even know until the real damage is done. So a classic example of oxidative stress is when you have an apple and cut it open, you leave it on the bench, and you can literally see that browning in front of your eyes. Within a few minutes, you can see the difference. And that's exactly what happens to our cells due to environmental factors. Of course, many will have high levels due to having possibly a not so healthy lifestyle. Others might not be as high, but the fact is we all have it and we can't avoid it. And reducing it is absolutely critical. Why is it so important to reduce oxidative stress? Well, basically it's linked to everything we don't want. It impacts every single cell, tissue, organ, system, and organism in our body. For some people, it's just feeling a bit lousy, you know, not sleeping well at night time, struggling to get to sleep at night and dragging your feet out of bed in the morning, that midday slump, no energy, headaches, aches and pains. All of those little things are just early warning signs of high levels of oxidative stress. And if left unaddressed, it builds up in the body and can go on to cause more serious problems. I encourage everyone to go and search oxidative stress and the impact it has on the body. We make no claims to treat, cure, prevent, or mitigate any disease or illness, but we do know that oxidative stress impacts the body and that our product reduces it. So, as I mentioned, antioxidants are the good guys, and that's not a new term. We've known about antioxidants for decades, and over that time we have been told about, you know, needing to eat antioxidant-rich foods and have all of these berries and supplements and juices and all these whiz-bang things, and trying to dose our body full of antioxidants. But what we also know is that we can only do so much with direct antioxidants because they eliminate free radicals at a rate of 1 to 1. So for each antioxidant molecule, you're eliminating 1 free radical. And that sort of sounds okay until we know that our body has trillions at any one time. So when it comes to a punnet of blueberries, you're eliminating about 6,000 free radicals, 1 to 1, done. And so it's not having the impact that we really need. And that's why our health declines and why we age. But what we also know is that our body produces its own antioxidants. In fact, our body has multiple antioxidant pathways, which is also why food alone is not enough. I'm all for a nutritious diet and eating good foods because that is the fuel for our body. We need it, but we just know that it's not enough to combat those free radicals. And so in our body, it wasn't until the late 90s that they discovered how our body actually eliminates or creates its own antioxidants and eliminates those free radicals. And it was then that they found the NRF2 pathway, which is basically a protein messenger in all of our genes in our body. And when that's active, it tells our body to produce its own antioxidants. And it does that at a rate of 1 million to 1. So we've known our bodies are incredible machines, and when they've got working properly, when that little switch is on, our bodies are doing what they're meant to do naturally and producing those antioxidants. That's responsible for the healing, repairing, detoxification, all those wonderful things that happen inside our body. So very, very powerful. So like I said, it wasn't until the late 90s that they discovered that. It was 2004 when the first peer-reviewed study came out. Today, we've got over 20,000 peer-reviewed studies. And Washington State University even said that it may well become the most extraordinary therapeutic and the most extraordinary preventive breakthrough in the history of medicine. So that is incredible. That statement alone just shows you how amazing NRF2 is. For no one to have known about it a couple of decades ago, and today they're now doing world conferences on NRF2. They've introduced it as a university subject solely focused on NRF2. So it's filtering down through the medical world really quickly, and they're scrambling to formulate NRF2 activators. And what we have with LifeVantage is the world's first and all natural NRF2 activator. Natural meaning the body can regulate it, it's safe to use. So it's not a supplement, it's not supplementing your body, you're not taking really high doses of something and thousands of tablets a day. This is 1 tablet a day that you take that turns on that NRF2 pathway in your cells, in your genes, so that your body is then producing its own antioxidants. And the way in which it does that is through the synergy of these 5 ingredients. So we've got turmeric, milk thistle, green tea, ashwagandha, and bacopa, all been used for centuries in ancient Chinese healings, remedies, very therapeutic individually, but it's that synergy, the way in which it's been put together so that they interact and activate, and it makes them 1,800% more effective than if taken individually. As you can see on this graph here, these are individually taken, the sum of the ingredients, but when put into that formula, 1,800% more effective. We have a study that is conducted by the National Institute of Aging. It was a 10-year-long study where they tested a number of different health products, Protandim being one of them, and it was the only product out of all the ones that they tested that was proven to increase the median health lifespan. So over that period, that's incredible. And, you know, when they rang the company, we didn't even know that study was occurring at the time, but they called us to share those results. So that was a government-funded study. We are just blown away ourselves by that. So what I loved about this product when I first started looking at it, because I'm not one just to take anything, I like to know that there's research behind it, that it's validated, more so than just the company itself doing it. I want to know that other people agree. And I was blown away with the amount of research that we had on our products, more than I've seen on any other supplement ever, anywhere. In fact, there are 26 peer-reviewed studies on Protandim NRF2 alone on PubMed.gov, which is the National Institute of Medicine. So this is where doctors, scientists, researchers go to do their research on any disease, illness, product, anything they're prescribing. And for us to have 26 peer-reviewed studies and have only the first one, which was initiated by our company, the rest being independently funded by other organizations who wanted to research our products, so they threw their money at it, tested it in their different cases, and they shared those results. That's just unheard of in the supplement industry. One of those studies that really caught my attention was conducted by the American Heart Association, which showed how therapeutic it was for the heart. And considering my family history, that definitely caught my attention. It was so good, that study, that they featured it in the Circulation Journal, which goes worldwide. That's the first and only natural supplement that's ever featured in that journal. Other universities include Harvard, Ohio State, Louisiana State University. More than 40 universities across the world have researched our product and shared their findings. So we're very grateful for that research. In 2016, our company had a second breakthrough with an NRF1 synergizer. Now, NRF1 is your body's mitochondria. That's the engine of our cells, the energy powerhouse. It's how our body performs and functions. It's like the police of the cells, an extremely important factor in our cells. And so when they came up with this formula, they work hand in hand. It's like a 1-2 punch. And again, it's a synergy of 5 ingredients. You've got alpha lipoic acid, coenzyme Q10, grape extract, quercetin, and acetyl L-carnitine. Again, they work in synergy to activate that NRF1 pathway and have your cells working at optimal performance. Very, very important. All our products are TGA certified. That's the Therapeutic Goods Administration of Australia, which means that they've been through rigorous testing and have met all Australian standards. Not all supplements will have that, so look out for that when you're looking at different products. And of course, we have our probiotic, which is our third important factor in terms of our internal health. So we know that when it comes to gut health, it's exceptionally important, and all doctors will tell you that you should be on some form of probiotic. And we know that Hippocrates said all those years ago that all disease begins in the gut. And today we can agree that that's science backs that up. And we have so many more stomach issues. We have a lot of conditions that come from that. And so when it comes to probiotics, not all are created equally. In fact, most probiotics that you get across the counter, studies have shown that you're only getting 4 to 10% of that good bacteria from a probiotic into your small and large intestines where it's actually needed. Most of it gets killed off in the stomach acid before it reaches that where it's needed. With our probiotic, it features a special DR capsule, which is a patented technology that provides a controlled release. It takes 52 minutes before it begins dissolving, so it's able to get through the stomach acid down into your small and large intestines where it's actually needed. It also contains a special beta-glucan, which is clinically proven to enhance our digestive system. And there are 6 of the highest quality strains of probiotic in that capsule as well. In fact, if you're with a health fund, check in with them. Some health funds will provide rebates on certain strains of probiotics. Not all will, but some do. And I know that there are some out there that will provide a 100% rebate on our probiotic because of the strains that are in there. There's also a desiccant bottle which protects it from humidity. So I know that before our probiotic with LifeVantage, I used to use other probiotics, but I'd buy them from the shop. They're probably nearly room temperature by the time I got home, which is not ideal because that kills the bacteria. And then when I put it in the fridge, I'd forget to take it anyway because it was out of sight, out of mind. With this one, I can sit it beside my bed. It doesn't require refrigeration. It's the last thing I have before I go to sleep every night, and I don't forget because it's right there in front of me. So the trio we call our activated essentials. We've got Protandim NRF2 to combat free radicals, Protandim NRF1 to enhance our energy levels, and our probiotic for that optimal digestion. They really are the hero group that work together to give us the best health. And you can get those wholesale price for $190 and free shipping on that as well. We also have the topical versions of our NRF2 activation, and we have these for a really good reason. Our skin is our largest organ and our first line of defense. And when it comes to most standard skincares, you've got those ones for oily skins, dry skins, day creams, night creams, and all of that's either clogging your skin or stripping it. What we have has the patented NRF2 technology, so it's the world's first and all-natural NRF2 activating skincare range, which restores the correct pH levels to the skin, works on all 7 layers to build those protective barriers and give you that defense against environmental assaults. There's no nasties in there. You can see here, if you've got a phone, you can download the Think Dirty app, which scans products in your house and tells you the toxicity level. All of our products are so clean that you could basically eat them. So very safe to use for all members of the family as well, which is a really good thing. My kids use this, my husband uses this. And while it says one set lasts 2 to 4 months, I tend to get 4 or 5 months out of my set. A little bit goes a really long way. So you've got the 4-part system, which is incredible. And like I said, no nasties in there. But what I love is the results that it gets. It's not just about the beauty aspect, although you can see here that difference with fine lines and wrinkles is incredible, but it really evens out skin tones, blemishes, gives a beautiful glow. You can see where it's being used on burns and other situations. Our products are fantastic also for our furry friends, both internally and externally. You can search Protandim Animal Stories on YouTube and see so many wonderful results for them as well. So I love seeing this. It's great for the first aid kit as well. We also have our hair care set. Now this was only just released into the US just over a year ago now, but within months of it being available on the market, it had won the Silver Stevie Award, which is like the Oscars of products in the US. Up against thousands of products, ours took out that award because of the incredible results it was getting, the fact that it was so clean and not only safe for us, but safe for our environment as well. So it's a 3-part system. You've got your shampoo, conditioner. The scalp serum is one that massages into the scalp to work on the healthy microflora. And you can see here, the results speak for themselves. Within a short period of time, you can see the difference within the thickening of the hair and the fullness, the shine, less frizz, less breakage, incredible results. So I'm now going to be introducing to you the incredible Steve Johnston. He's from Rockhampton on the Capricorn coast, and he is a husband, father, and he has been with our business, our company, for less than a year and has already achieved the incredible rank of Pro 3. He has a massive heart for helping others, and he is going to be sharing with us this evening on how you can get started with our products. So I'm going to stop my share there and allow Steve to bring up his screen. Thank you so much, Steve. I'll hand over to you.
Yeah, awesome, Jill. Thank you. Can you all hear me okay? All good, eh?
Okay.
Yes. And just to add to that, Jill, I'm also a grandfather as well.
Of course, that's very important.
Very, very much so. Yeah, no, it's just a wonderful privilege to be here tonight. And when Jill asked me to come and share, and Talita has asked me once before, and I bailed out because I got cold feet and I wasn't prepared enough. So here I am tonight. And yeah, it's just an amazing journey that I've been over the last 11 months. I started in July last year, and it was almost by accident that I sort of came across this LifeVantage business, and it was actually Talita's husband that started talking NRF2 to me, and at that point in my life, I had no idea what he was talking about. So yeah, a little bit of research and a little bit of interest, and I started taking NRF2 only in July last year and had immediate results within a week. And that doesn't always happen with everyone, but I was just blown away by what it did in my body. And I was a sufferer with respiratory problems, pains in my hip and joints, and within a month, all those problems have gone away. And, you know, we don't claim to heal or treat or cure anything, but, you know, when things like that start happening, when you take one little tablet, then there's definitely something going on with it. My wife, Sharon, as well, she had a condition that no doctors could cure. She started the products as well, same time as me. And within 3 months, she had complete restoration from it. So we've got really positive results and continue to have. I've got things that are changing in my body still, even right now. So that's just a little background context. And yeah, probably some of you here tonight might be wondering why you haven't heard of LifeVantage or Protandim before. And we're a very new company in Australia. We're still right on the ground floor. Let me just get my screen sharing here. Sorry, Jill, you got host disabled participant screen
Oh, apologize.
sharing.
Let me just.
Should just take.
Okay, you should be good to go now, Steve. Sorry about that.
Yeah, no problem. So hopefully it's going to do the right thing, and we'll go from there. Yeah, so you can just see, you know, when you come in on a ground floor in a country like Australia, the first 150,000 distributors per country, that's the ground floor. Worldwide, we've only reached 80,000. So you can see there's still a long way to go and still plenty of opportunities to be had or made in this business. In Australia, I think we're upwards of 2,000 now. So, you know, we're still early days, and whatever you do with joining at this stage, is definitely is the right time. So I'd really encourage you not to leave it too late. So what is our company about? Our company is about health, and we want you to live a much longer life. And with the test that, and just what Gillian has shared before, we know that people want to improve their physical and financial health and to live longer lives. And that's why we've combined this cutting edge research in the field of nutrigenomics. And that might be a big word to some of you. And all that is just nutrition's, it's the way that our nutrition and our genes work together and change the way our body should be working and healing the way that we were born to be. So just going on from that, let's just go to the next slide here. So here's an amazing lady that's joined our board of directors, and if you've seen her movie, you'd know all about Erin Brockovich and what she's about. She was an advocate for health. She's an advocate for wellness and people's well-being. And she's looked at our business from arm's length for a long time, and she's decided to come on board with us, I think, towards the end of last year sometime. And I'm sure she would have done all her due diligence and research to make sure that this is a company she definitely wanted to partner with. So to have a woman of that stature on our board of directors is really a feather in our cap. And another thing as well, that with our company, we we're accountable. We have books that are audited. Our figures, we listed on the FTSE Stock Exchange in New York, the second largest stock exchange in the world. And the reason that's important is that it makes us accountable, our company accountable. We're not some fly-by-night Mickey Mouse organization. All our books have to be audited and the figures are published. And it's there for everybody to see exactly what we're about. So on this slide here, you can see the figures. And even though they're 2018 figures, the actual earnings with a lot of those distributor ranks, they changed all that much. The model is still the same. We all start at the bottom and work our way up. And often I get asked, is this a pyramid scheme? And that's quite a key question for me, because that was one of the things I asked. And we don't recruit people. We've got products that we present. It's a gift that we've landed with, and we have this opportunity to share with people and just let them know about this wonderful gift. And most of our people that I know, they're out there talking about the products. They're not recruiting people. And because we have our audited figures, we're accountable, we're above board, and this is no pyramid scheme. So you can see there as a Pro 3 what my sort of average earnings are. And my average earnings and the amount of time that I've taken to reach this rank as well are pretty much on par. And I think anybody that joins, if they apply themselves, like any business, you've got to put the time and effort in. If you just sit back and hope that people are going to partner with you, it just doesn't work like that. So whatever you put in is what you're going to get out. And you can see the ones that do the effort or do the work, and the efforts are rewarded. Oops, sorry, I went one too many there. So how do we start as a customer? Well, most of our people that partner with us do start as customers, and the ratio is sort of 80% start as customers and 20% go on to be distributors. I started just purely as a customer, had no interest in the business, and within 1 month, I changed my mind. The minute I got those immediate results, I decided this was a business for me, and I started working at it immediately. And it's hard work. I have a full-time job. I work 6:30 to 4 o'clock every day. But all I do consistently every day is apply myself 1 hour a night, sometimes a bit more on weekends. And it's that consistency that pulls you through and gets you the rewards. And we have such an amazing support base. And there's meetings like this just about every day of the week. There's been extra ones put on with the COVID going on. Incredible speakers, not just from Australia, but from all over the world. And we're just very fortunate to have the backing of them and prepared to put out their time and effort to enrich us and grow us. So all our products are available at wholesale prices. We don't encourage anybody to pay retail. I think we'd really be ripping people off if we signed them up and started charging in retail. I don't know if anyone that does, but there's just a comparison to show you what you could be paying if you were paying at a brick and mortar store. So, so all that you need to get started, there's no joining fees, there's monthly orders are your choice. And all we encourage you to do is to start off with an auto ship if you start off as a customer, because with your auto ship, what that does is you don't then forget about ordering a product. It comes at the same time every month, and you don't end up running out of products. And it's just a really good tool. When you start, you get a back office that you can log on to online, and it's really, really easy. It's user-friendly, and there's no lock-in fees. As I said, there's anytime you want to opt out, you can stop at any time you like. So there's nothing, if you think somebody's really caught you and they've told you a whole lot of porkies, then you're welcome to leave at any time. But we really don't have a very high dropout rate, because we find that majority of people do have really good results with our products. So just on the right there, let me go to the next one. Yeah. So to start off as a distributor, for the price of an iPhone, you can see we got 3 options there. And we really encourage our people who start off with us to go with the gold and platinum pack. And the reason for that is the commission structure. You get full commission straight from the word go. And even if you aren't able to start with the platinum, at the gold level, you can always upgrade at a later stage to platinum. So that option is always available. And literally for the price of an iPhone, just have a look on that far right there, the list of assets that you're getting. You're getting all your production, you're getting advertising, marketing, getting all your accounting done for you. And everything is legal and compliant. We're very, very strict on what we post on Facebook. And there's various groups that when you join up, you can partner with us in those groups and you learn all about what we can and can't say. You get a ticket to a free event every year. And we often have these promotions throughout the year where you can slot in with one that favors you. And one thing that I just love there that's not always, it's often overlooked, is the research and development. Because what goes on, it's the whole time that we marketing our products and talking to people. There's a group of people from our company, which is based in Utah in the US. They're continually working on new products all the time. And this company started off with one product only, and that was NRF2. And many people in Australia and worldwide have built their businesses purely on selling that one product. And that's an incredible indication to me of how good this is, because with that one product, people are able to start and work a business and make a living. And now we have so many more products available. As you can see in our startup kits there, you do have an option, and Australia has this option, not all countries do, where you get an NRF1 and NRF2 kit only. So all your product is just NRF1 and 2, which a lot of people go for. So you're getting quite a bit of bulk product to get you going. Or you've got these other kits here, which gives you a range of products to try. And I think this is a great way to start because it gives you, particularly for your gut health, like Gillian mentioned earlier, you're getting the probiotics, you're getting a hair care, skin care. So you're getting a taste of everything. And then from there, you can decide which suits and which you'd prefer to continue with. So yeah, a really good business entry. And, you know, if you start up your own business, it's going to cost you anywhere between $2,000 and $10,000. So for literally between $1,000 and $2,000, you're getting everything laid on. And yes, my best part is I've got a website, which I'd always wanted to create a website, even though I didn't know what I wanted to put on there because I had nothing to put on. I just wanted one. And now I've got one with my own username, which is a combination of mine and Sharon's names, which is pretty awesome. And yeah, I just love it. It's one of my favorite bits. So finally, Gillian actually mentioned part 2 of that slide there. So I'll just be reading these 2 and I'll read them first. When it finds a problem, NRF2 essentially goes back to the cellular nucleus and rings an alarm bell where it can turn on up to 200 genes that are responsible for cell repair, detoxification of carcinogens, protein, and lipid metabolism, antioxidant protection, and many other actions. In their report, the scientists called it a longevity assurance factor, and that was from Oregon State University. And below, this is obviously Gillian and mine favorite, so we both got it. In 2015, Washington State said, NRF2 may well become the most extraordinary therapeutic and preventative breakthrough in the history of medicine. And just let that sink in for a second. Just read it again, that amazing claim that's being made. And that's all backed by science, it's backed by tests, backed by studies. They all self-funded, these universities. They pay upwards of $50,000 to do their own research. We don't give them any money to do this. And these are the statements they're coming out with. So, yep, that's pretty much all I'm going to say tonight, folks. And we have an amazing company, amazing products. And anybody that needs any further information, you can get hold of the person that invited you here tonight. Yeah, we're all freely available. There's so much information out there. We can put you in front of videos. We can supply you with product information. And the worst thing that you can do is try it and it doesn't work. And I'd be very, very surprised if you jumped onto these products and it didn't work, because everybody that's on here that's taking it tonight, their lives have been changed by these products. So I just thank you for this opportunity. Thank you, Gillian. I want to thank Talita for her previous invitation. And we have a wonderful team of trainers, and yeah, it's just awesome to be part of this. And please, if there's any guys out there, we need more guys. There's so many female, many more men in front of us. Yeah.
That was fantastic, Steve. Thank you so much for jumping on and sharing with us this evening. It's always wonderful to hear the male's perspective as well. Like you said, always welcoming new males. And yeah, look, that was just incredible. So grateful for you to be here. And to everybody who jumped on tonight, like Steve said, if you have any questions, need more information, ready to get started, please reach out to the person who invited you on. I'm going to stop the